having a go at you for being late. But Miss Naylor might, if she finds out. Which she might not. She's still in theatre, so you might just get away with it. Or maybe not.
Really? Pants? A pair of pants.
It's not just one pair.
That face. Those sparrowhawk eyes.
Sparrowhawk eyes?
You know what I mean.
What?
Out breathing through your nose, same thing.
Out breathing through
That's
my nose.
sparrowhawk eyes.
Breathing.
All part of the whole Donna Jackson passive-aggressive repertoire.
Passive-aggressive.
Ow.
Passive enough for you?
I think it's broken.
I haven't got time for this.
You know what will break, though? If we get out of this car without giving me a kiss.
Let me think. Your teeny tiny sense of masculine pride?
My heart, Donna Jackson. My heart.
That's what linen cupboards are for.
Seriously, pants?
It's bad enough we've been short-staffed for several weeks, but the registrar that's on leave, she's like Miss Naylor's rock, you know? Yin to her yang kind of thing. So we've all been treading on eggshells. But maybe she'll go easy on you, as you know. Oh, man, she's going to be so mad. OK, little tip. Don't talk back to her. Don't second-guess her, and probably just avoid eye contact.
Don't worry, Dr. McKendrick. I can take it from here.
You can?
I know my way around.
Darwin or Miss Naylor?
Both.
Right, let's hang another 2 units of O-neg. Can't get the help these days.
None of this would have happened if you'd just agreed to hire them.
None of this would have happened if my senior registrar hadn't gone walkabout.
Frida's on compassionate leave.
It's been weeks. It was her ex-boyfriend, not the Queen of Ukraine.
Now, I'm pretty sure the Ukraine don't actually have a monarchy, but even if they did, that really...
My point is, she should be here by my side, working.
You got to give her some time.
I gave her my dog. Well, Elliot's dog. You see my point?
No, I really don't. I know you miss her.
Where is this locum?
Here.
Sasha.
Surprise. How can I help?
You can't.
What?
I've got this. You can go.
You want me to just leave? Okay.
Hang on.
You sure?
When am I ever not?
It's just a 32-year-old female patient with ventricular aneurysm. Tissue margins are tearing apart because they're badly calcific. Ordinary sutures won't help.
Welcome to 5 minutes ago.
You need number 5 ether bond or Teflon felt.
Learn to teach the sucking of eggs in Connecticut, then?
No, but I did learn that it's very hard to run a second layer of proline on top of Teflon felt with an extra pair of hands. Skilled hands. If you don't buttress the repair, the sutures will cut out. The tissue's too friable, and she's been on bypass far too long.
You can scrub in.
Shall I get the Teflon felt?
All I'm saying, Miss Sparrowhawk Eyes, is that we both have our strengths and weaknesses. Like, you don't know how to stack a dishwasher properly.
I have 2 children already.
Donna, I'm aware of
daughters
that.
whose experience of men's underwear is extremely limited. So apart from the fact that I don't want to be the one to pick up... What do you mean I can't stack a dishwasher?
Well, properly. I mean, you don't know how to... Look,
I can't
that isn't
stack a
relevant.
dishwasher.
What I'm saying is that you don't
Please
have to
tell
get
me what is
moody
relevant.
over a pair of pants.
I got moody.
Well, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't be having this argument, would we?
Do you know what I think, Xavier Duval? I think you and me and you, need to stay as far away from each other as is humanly possible whilst remaining in the same hospital today. Do you understand? North Pole, South Pole.
Fine.
Ah, the lovebirds. AAU's very own doctor and nurse dream team. Come with me. I've got the perfect job for you both.
North Pole, South Pole.
So, Mr. Duval, Nurse Jackson, meet Miss McQueen. Miss McQueen fell off a cliff into a gravel pit. Did not fall, did not fall. Jumped. Sorry, jumped. I'm not trying to top myself, you understand. Co-steering. I was co-steering? Yes, sadly without a helmet or any protective clothing. Anywho, I thought the three of you would be the perfect surgical match because... gravel, sharp sand, and inferior oolite. It's a type of Jurassic Oolithic limestone. Right, well, it's very angular, irregular, very richly fossiliferous. Ammonites, mostly. And sharp. Yes, it would be. Anyway, every single one of these shards needs to be removed, suture where necessary, wounds cleaned, sterilized, and dressed.
That's gonna take...
hours. Hence recruiting the dream team. I'll leave you to it. She didn't actually mean hours, did she? I need to get back to the cliffs.
Surprisingly, nobody's going anywhere.
When was the last time that woman went home, slept in a bed?
No, my worry is the more tired Ruth gets, the harder it'll be for her to make any decision.
Well, we need to help her make a decision.
We've waited 2 weeks. Caloric reflex tests are inconclusive. It's unlikely she'll recover any meaningful function.
You've explained the results clearly to the parents.
Yeah, everything. Several times. But Ruth's in no state to listen.
Would it help if I tried?
Honestly, I don't know. But whatever we do, it has to be gentle and, for Holly's sake, quick.
Obviously, they want to keep her alive as long as possible.
Well, my opinion, that's not what's best for Holly. Maybe with all the brain damage, she's not in any pain, but she's not at peace. They still think that she's coming back, and she isn't. And I wish there was hope, but there isn't.
Persuading parents this hospital believes it's time to turn off their teenager's life support.
It's about as contentious as a hospital manager's job can get, I have no doubt. I can smell the fear wafting out of the boardroom.
Parents, families, they will always be our priority. But another priority is Holby Hospital Trust. So we need to help them understand that it's time to let go.
Almost there?
Worry about your end. Don't wait for me.
I'll leave you behind.
Never troubled you before.
For this to work, we need to be in sync.
For this to work, you need to finish what we started. Ready? And done.
Well done. Both of you. It's good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
Finish up. When you're done, my office.
You got it.
One, two, three.
Breathe.
1, 2, 3.
Breathe.
1, 2, 3. Breathe. 30 seconds. Still no heart rate. We need an update on the neonatal crash team. Can you set that up, please? Right, no time. Looks like we're all we've got, wee man. Restarting compressions. 1, 2, 3.
Breathe.
1, 2, 3.
Breathe.
1, 2, 3.
The things we do know is that Holly's brain is so damaged that it's not capable of controlling her respiratory function. And without that ventilator, she can't breathe.
Her heart's beating. She's digesting.
Because some of the brain stem is still working. An old part of her brain. But the thinking parts, the parts that make her conscious, they're not communicating with each other anymore.
So what are you saying? She won't ever become conscious again? It's physically impossible.
Her brain's just too damaged.
She looks so perfect. So normal. Oh, she's about to wake up any minute.
The damage is hidden, Ruth. Right inside her brain. And it's so severe that she might not ever make a recovery.
But nobody knows that, surely.
Yes, we do, Ruth. And I'm sorry. But experience of so many similar cases, and without the ability of consciousness, who Holly was is gone.
Holly is. Holly is. She's alive. She is breathing in front of you, and you dare say was. You don't know her. You never knew her. You don't deserve to.
He's not breathing.
No heart rate.
Go be strong.
It's been 6 minutes now and no response. Pete, I'm going to make it in time, not with 2 emergency C-sections on maternity.
Okay. Let's just take a moment here, Essie. Just a tiny moment to connect. To think about what we're doing. To feel where this little guy's gone.
I can't just...
Shh, it's okay. It's okay, Essie. Just a tiny, tiny moment. Let's find him. Okay, let's do this. Come on, wee man. 1, 2, 3, breathe. 1, 2, 3, breathe. 1, 2, 3, breathe. 1, 2, 3, breathe.
I know what it sounds like.
Are you fangirling?
No, it was just the way she took control. She wasn't bossy or shouty. She was calm, just so calm. It was beautiful. Honestly, she was so impressive. All right, gotta go.
See ya.
Me again. I know you're probably busy investigating the bottom of a vodka bottle in some dodgy Kiev bar, but at some point you need to check in, let the hospital know that you're alive, that Gary's okay. Call me, someone, whatever.
Gary?
Yeah, Elliot's dog. It's a long story. Sit. So, what happened?
I sprayed the Teflon felt with bonding glue to prevent leaking.
What happened in America?
I learnt a lot, worked with some brilliant people.
Zosha, what happened?
It didn't work out. What can I say? It was harder than I thought.
You gave up.
I reevaluated my goals.
Let me get this straight. 14 months after walking out of this hospital and your suicidal father, your brain-damaged husband, to follow your dream job, you decide it's all too hard and jack it in.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Then why come back? All the happy memories?
I need a job.
Locuming pays well.
I need a permanent job. Stability, security.
Well, I can write you a reference. I hear St. Bart's are looking.
Or you could give me a job. I understand there's a senior registrar position vacant.
You understand? Understand from whom? Hanson.
So I've reviewed all the test data.
Then you concur.
Sadly, I do, but of course we're not going to get the best result for Holly until we can persuade her parents.
Then we keep trying.
You say you've talked to Ruth, but she doesn't listen to what you're saying.
Because she can't. You know, she can't hear. She's too overloaded with emotion, information.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. I was held up by an unexpected birth on Keller.
Oh, all good, I hope.
Yeah, amazing, actually. Your Chloe delivered.
Oh, great. I wish I could claim to have taught her all she knows.
So I asked Nurse DeLuca if she might help us try to get through to Ruth.
Well, why would you do that?
You said you'd spoken to them several times without success, so I thought that a new angle of approach might make a difference.
She's my patient. We have a history.
And you took your daughter off Holly's care team because you felt that she was too emotionally involved.
So you think that I'm in too deep? Or you don't think I'm up to the job? Why?
Nurse DeLuca trained as a transplant coordinator, so she's well versed.
Of course.
Yeah, I do have experience of dealing with similar situations, so I might be able to help.
Do I have a choice?
I'll be right back. Hey, I'm sorry. I don't want this. Us arguing.
I don't want it either, but...
Okay, well, let's not then, please.
Okay. Let's not.
Good.
Good. So we just...
Kiss and make up?
Great. But you get my point, though, don't you?
Oh, totally. Man pants on the floor are bad. Understood.
Good. And the other thing. At home, you don't get to treat me like your mum, or a chambermaid, or a nurse.
Chambermaid sounds kind of kinky.
All right, well, you know, up your game and we'll talk.
Up my game.
Well, you know, stop behaving like a messy teenage boy.
So, my game isn't up to your game?
What?
Like, what, I'm an 8 and you're a 10?
Oh, you think I'm a 10? That is so sweet.
No, that's not what...
Thank you.
Donna...
So, nice to have Zosha back.
What's nice about it?
Friendly, familiar face. Excellent surgeon. Knows her way around Darwin. Knows her way around you. Exactly what the ward needs with Frida gone.
Petrenko's not gone. She's on a temporary leave of absence. She'll be back.
Till then, we've got Zosha to step in.
And why is she back? She's supposed to be finding herself in America, being Zosha self.
Well, maybe she did.
What?
Find herself.
Then why is she back?
Because maybe what she found belongs here.
Hi.
Can I just say sorry for what happened with Nikki?
No worries, it's history.
So, we're good.
Honestly, I'm not being weird. I just, I've done something properly stupid. I broke the handle off my favourite mug, and when I went to superglue it back on...
You glued it to your fingers.
I've got some nail varnish remover in the top of my bag.
Acetone. It's a bit of a clumsy thing for a miracle doctor to do.
Oh, no. Have you seen that?
Me and about 200 others.
It makes me sound like I think I'm some sort of God's gift.
Mm-hmm. Hey, enjoy it. Getting bigged up's not something that happens very often in this job.
Henry! I heard you offered Zosha a job.
No, I gave myself no assurance. I simply remarked that the position of senior registrar on Darwin is currently vacant.
Yeah, but it's not vacant, is it? I have a senior registrar, Frida.
Yes, but Miss Petrenko has requested and been granted indefinite compassionate leave, so I think it would be prudent...
No, she's just on a break. She just requested. Well, you've spoken to her.
A few days ago, yes.
What? No, take the stairs. What did she say?
Just that she was not ready to return.
Return from where? Nikki said she hasn't been home in weeks. Where is she?
She didn't say, and I didn't ask.
So you spoke to her, but you didn't ask how she is or what she's been doing?
She is grieving, Jack. Now, staffing on Darwin is your decision, but I think you should consider the possibility, the likelihood even, that Miss Petrenko is not returning.
They have support groups for children of alcoholics, children of gamblers.
What, and you think children of pushy, overachieving medic mothers?
Exactly. Mine was an army surgeon.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got all the usual child of a medic pressure to study like a robot, and if I ever got less than 80%, she would be like, failure is not an option. Bernie Wolf, I'm sure you will hear all about her if you stick around long enough. Which I hope you do.
Is she a bit of a legend?
Not just for being a tough, ball-breaking surgeon.
Sounds intriguing.
You get me drunk one night and I'll tell you all the juicy gossip.
I might just take you up on that.
So you chose to come and work with your mum?
Yes and no, it's complicated. We shared a case, patient, teenager, Marfan syndrome.
Oh, Holly Cartwright.
Only she yanked me off it because she thought I was getting too emotionally involved. Well, this coming from a woman who set up a young adult unit because she feels an emotional connection to teenagers.
You treading on her toes.
The opposite. She thinks she's protecting me from getting messed up by it all. Well, she's the one messing me up.
Snap. Hey, like I said, we should start a support group.
Brilliant. Yeah, you're right.
And maybe we should put a date in the diary. You know, for the founders' meeting.
Maybe we should. Ange, ready?
I've put them in the office. Give them some privacy. You know, I'm still not sure about this.
I know. Don't take it anyway, other than Mr. Hanson, like you, just wants to do right by Holly.
Well, I think it's because I'm new. He doesn't think I'm up to the job. So he gets you along.
He's only thinking of Holly.
And Holby Trust.
Well, that is his job. And he's one of the good ones.
I'll have to take your word for that.
So is there anything left unsaid that I need to know about?
Well, it's probably an innate maternal thing, but Ruth is hardwired not to let Holly go. She will not withdraw care. Michael, however...
You think he might have a different take?
He has had his doubts.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and gauge their status quo.
Let's give it a shot. But I do warn you, they're not in a good way today.
Oh, God.
We just got off a call from the Institute.
The Institute?
The Keeson Institute of Medicine in Virginia.
They contacted us through Facebook.
And remember that I mentioned that overseas institutes and doctors will try and prey on it.
They say they know exactly what's wrong. And it's not what you think it is.
No, they say they've treated patients like her before, and they think she'll respond to an experimental drug they're trying.
They definitely think they can help Holly. All we have to do is get her there.
Get her there. So have they actually looked at her current notes?
We're just about to arrange to send those over.
Isn't it amazing?
So, co-steering.
We're addicted.
Good. What exactly is that, then?
You don't know what co-steering is?
No idea, do you?
Of course.
It's a way of exploring the intertidal zones by cliff climbing, swimming, scrambling down screed slopes, canyoning.
On the coast.
Finding hidden coves and bays you can't get access to on foot.
Right.
I did it once on a mate's stag do in Cornwall.
So, you jump in, then...
Scrambling down cliffs and ledges, in between necking tequila shots and booking strippers.
Throw yourself into the eye teeth of nature. Cold, wet, scary, wonderful.
Sounds dangerous. It obviously is dangerous.
My girls and I adore it. It's raw adventure. It's like throwing a bomb into everyday normal suburban life.
Yeah, Donna's more of a Prosecco and bath bomb kind of adventurer.
What? Yeah, whoa. Sorry. So I was... What on earth are you doing here? Oh. When I got your text, I was like... Ah! You're such a sight for sore eyes. You're back.
Yes.
You're here. Yes. And working.
Yes.
On Darwin.
Do I need to turn you on and off again?
Sorry, but I felt like I missed a few essential steps in this particular journey.
I have some catching up to do.
Yes. Ooh.
So, this is the Institute.
I mean, I've never even heard of some of these journals that these doctors are published in.
Innovatory. Blue sky thinking. The place sounds like something in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, they claim to have successfully improved brain function in a number of patients with the experimental drug Encetibidum 5.
Have they?
No. I mean, they've said to Ruth and Michael just to fly Holly out to Virginia for treatment.
Well, it's clearly impossible. How on earth are they going to pay for that?
The Institute said there's an LSTAT plane in Washington.
LSTAT?
Sort of mobile ITU.
Sounds expensive.
Well, they need to understand it's not a viable option.
No, it's never going to happen. And it's cruel to make them think that it might. You know, even if it did, the chances of her surviving a move, never mind a flight, are negligible.
But it's given her parents a new focus of hope.
An unrealistic one.
It's so irresponsible.
This is not in Holly's best interest.
Ange, why don't you let me talk to them?
Okay.
So, come on. Last I heard, you were flying part of some fancy schmancy Yale research team. Something about valves.
I was.
So, what, did you just walk away?
It wasn't easy. My priorities changed. I wanted to come home, so I did.
Hanson just offered you a job.
Not in so many words. Besides, it's Jack's call.
Is that going to be a problem?
Well, she didn't exactly welcome me with open arms. No, not that I blame her.
Hey, come on. You couldn't stay. Look, you had the opportunity for a brand new life. We all knew that Ollie was never going to be the same. He understood.
Somehow, that makes things worse. Anyway, enough about me. Come on, show me.
Oh, here, impulses.
Your wedding ring. Oh, I wish I'd been there.
Me too.
What?
You look good.
Oh,
Different, but good.
different how?
I don't know. Calm. More grown up.
Dom, duty calls.
Sounds like you have a very adventurous family.
Well, I tried to bring my girls up to be fearless.
Good for you.
I can't abide this fussy-wussy generation that seems to be growing up. Girls addicted to social media, boys afraid of the dark. Children these days don't even know how to gut a mackerel.
Your girls know how to gut a mackerel.
And barbecue it over driftwood or poach it in seawater.
Sounds delicious.
In fact, they're probably doing exactly that right now.
It's February. Last I checked, it was lashing it down.
Oh, they've got a little tent they can shelter in. Rain might make it a bit harder to get a fire
Hang on,
going.
a little tent. How old did you say they were?
Oldest Poppy is 15, youngest Kitty is 12. She's the toughest of the lot.
And they're out on the cliffs.
Lucky them. Soon as we get this quarry out of my skin, I'll be back there like a shot.
So who are they with? Their dad?
Oh, no. In the great outdoors, Philip is useless. If it doesn't have a jockey on its back and a price on its nose, I'm afraid Philip just isn't interested.
But they're not on their own.
Good God, no.
Yeah.
They got each other.
It's about a recent employee of yours, Ms. Zosha Self. She's applied for a position here at Holby City Hospital. No, I'm not after a job reference, more due diligence. I understand she had some difficulties in her time there. Min, if you could have her line manager send me an email, that'd be great. Thank you.
62-year-old male's been brought up with a suspected fractured sternum.
Have the locum deal with it.
She is. at least she's trying. The patient's proven a bit difficult. Insists on being treated by a specific doctor.
Who?
It's nothing personal, love. I'm sure you're a fantastic doctor in your own right.
It's not a question of whether...
But the NHS these days, it's all about choice, right? The only surgeon I trust enough to check me out is Frida Petrenko.
She's not here.
I know you. You and Frida, you operated on my Denise.
Emergency AVR, which went well, considering.
Yeah, which is why I want Frida to check me out.
She's on compassionate leave, she doesn't want to be contacted, and I don't know where she is.
It's just because her bloke died.
She told you about Roman?
That's why I agreed to train her.
Train?
Boxing, you know, she's had so much pain. She had to channel it somehow.
Well, the only pain I'm interested in right now is yours. Excuse me. Sternum?
It's nothing. It's just bruised.
Oh, so you won't mind me having a look then?
Impact injury from a dumbbell.
Yeah, I was using free weights.
Without a spotter? I work out.
Really?
Shut up.
Everyone had gone home. You know, I still like to train. You know, it's not as bad as it looks.
Well, I hope so, Mr. Mullins, because it looks pretty bad. Right, CT scan, ASAP.
And if you see Petrenko, tell her I need her back in the ring training. The jab's improving, but, you know, it's still got a lot of way to go.
Even if a flight could be arranged, if the hundreds of thousands of pounds could be found.
It's only money, Essie. There's plenty of money in the world, but there's only one Holly.
I know. But realistically, the doctors believe that Holly wouldn't survive the transport to the airport, let alone a transatlantic flight.
Those are Holby doctors.
Holly's doctors.
They would say that. They're the doctors who've already given up on her.
Ruth, no one's given up on her.
They want us to switch her off.
We don't want that. We only want what is best for Holly.
And we want her to be with doctors who have hope.
So, what about your girls? Do you want to call them? Check they're okay?
Like some sort of hysterical fuss-pot?
No, just like a mother concerned about her kids.
I am not, and refuse to be seen as one of those ghastly helicopter mums. I want them to respect me, not resent me.
Helicopter mum.
Hovers over her kids, watching them every move.
Stifling their ability to be independent.
You know what? I think you should call your kids. Where's your phone?
Oh, they're going to think I've gone all soft and smothery.
Well, at least check that they haven't tried to call you.
No. See? They know better than to admit defeat.
What if they're having a horrible time and they don't want to say because you will consider it defeat?
They respect me more for not mollycoddling them.
Do they?
You think they're going to respect me if I wrap them in cotton wool and feed them marshmallows?
I think they'll love you for it.
I suppose you think we should hug our children all the time and keep telling them how much we love them. Love you.
Do you know what? When you've been a nurse as long as I have, and you've witnessed how fragile life can be, yeah, I say wrap the ones you love in your arms and tell them. And keep telling them.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, you've got a much bigger shard here. It's not in a good place. Hold still. The shard has nicked an intercostal.
I can feel trickling. Is that blood?
It's okay.
Why is there so much blood? I'm not going to die of bleeding, am I?
Vanessa, I need you to look at me. Look at me.
Is it serious?
Vanessa, I need you to trust me, all right? Do you trust me? Yes. Good. Okay. Everything's gonna be fine.
He's gone to radiology.
Don't you ever knock?
The door's open.
So?
An open door invites open dialogue.
Where'd you learn that?
Anyway, Mr. Mullins has gone for a scan.
Well, thanks for looping me in. Was there anything else?
Did you speak to Hanson?
Yes.
And?
Staffing on Darwin is my decision.
Oh, I'm glad we cleared that one up.
Me too.
I'm not trying to replace her.
What?
Miss Petrenko, I'm not trying to replace her. That's not why I'm here.
Then why are you here?
I told you I need a job.
Zosha, with your experience here and your year at Yale, you could choose any hospital anywhere in the world. So why here?
Home is where the heart is.
This isn't your home. Not anymore. Is this about Guy?
Dad doesn't know I'm back yet.
Really? Why not?
Because I wanted some semblance of normality before dipping my toe into that particular quagmire, okay?
Well, that's the first thing you said today that I believe.
You don't trust me. I get it. You have every reason to be angry. I abandoned Oliver. I abandoned you.
I'm not angry you left. I understood it. I encouraged it.
Why are you being so hostile?
Because you came back. All that pain, all that suffering, all that training, just for nothing. Mullins. Mullins said Frida had been training with him.
Why is it bleeding so much?
You opened a vein.
Can you stop it?
He is.
How?
Can you give us some local and get me a clip and 2-O-Proline, please?
He's going to hold it shut with a clamp and then put a couple of stitches in to seal the vein, okay?
And he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
When's the last time you saw her? Petrenko, you said she'd been training with you.
Yeah. She came to my gym maybe 3-4 times.
Yeah, but when was the last time?
About 10 days ago. Why?
Nobody has seen her for weeks. We thought... So she's been here the whole time?
Miss Naylor, we need to get on. Are you sure about that? Really? Good. Well, I'll be home soon. I love you all.
Everything okay?
Hoping in the great outdoors?
No.
Oh?
They abandoned their tent and went into town for a McDonald's.
I'm sorry.
Philip picked them up, took them to his house.
It's probably the safer option.
They were binge-watching Gilmore Girls whilst roasting chestnuts on his log burner.
Sounds perfect.
Does it?
Yes.
I just think, isn't it just such a waste of their time? They should be out in the countryside.
Cuddling up with their dad? Warming their toes on the fire? No. I can't think of anything better.
Are those anchovies?
Yep.
For lunch?
Why not? They're rich in protein, omega-3 fatty acids.
With pickle?
All the rage in Manhattan.
Americans.
Have you seen Jack?
Not since you went to find Mr. Mullins. Why?
His CT scan's come back.
Well, that's no hairline fracture.
You can measure all sorts of scientific and medical treatments, compare them. What you can't do is measure the power of hope.
No. Sure. I understand that you want to believe there's more at play here than just medical science.
There is. What about that miracle baby today with Chloe?
It's all over social media.
Even if there's 1% chance, then that's enough for me.
I am so sorry, Ruth. But all the tests show that Holly is not...
The Institute says there's hope. Holby, here, the doctors say there's no hope. So what would you do? If it was you, your daughter? Tell me honestly, wouldn't you want to make that decision yourself? Try everything possible to save your daughter. Even if it's the wrong decision. It's my decision. Our decision.
Enough, OK? I know you're listening to these messages. I know you needed time to mourn or whatever, and that's fine. But I know you're not in the Ukraine. I know you're here and you've been training in some gym this whole time, and that's fine. But if you're OK to box, then you're OK to fight. And if you're OK to fight, then you're OK to work. You don't get to walk away because of one broken heart.
We've got a problem.
What? The CT scan shows several hairline fractures to your sternum.
Hairline. Doesn't sound too bad.
Bad enough to require surgery.
Surgery?
Sternal repair with a titanium plate.
Like Iron Man.
Not quite.
So what's the bad news?
The damage is extensive and there's signs of bleeding. Jim, the colour and extent of your bruising suggests you sustained this injury days ago.
Yeah, I thought it was just bruised. I've taken heavier hits in that area when I was boxing. I just, didn't think any more of it.
Well, a day or two more would have proved fatal. We'll be taking you to theatre soon. Do you want us to call your daughter?
No, Denise isn't here. She's gone to Australia.
She might want to know.
No, I don't want to worry her. Look, just pop the titanium plate and she'll be none the wiser.
Try and take it easy, Jim. We'll look after you, OK? Get in prep, please.
His daughter was in for an aortic valve repair.
Yes. Why?
Was he screened?
I don't think so.
Well, maybe we should.
He's bleeding into his lungs. You want to run more tests?
I'm just saying that if we're going to put in a titanium plate...
He's as strong as an ox. We operate now.
I take it didn't work. Nurse Esadulika gave us hope where Holly's consultant could only offer doom. Have you read some of these posts?
They asked about Chloe's miracle baby this morning.
Today of all days.
I tried. Ruth picked up the rhetoric the Institute was promoting about having faith, about not just trusting in medicine.
You were supposed to bring them round.
If we have a disagreement with her parents, hospital policy versus their wishes, and it gets picked up by conventional media...
I know we don't need any more bad publicity, Mr. Hanson.
I'm sorry, I couldn't just say they were completely wrong to pursue this option.
It's a train wreck.
Ruth and Michael have asked me to take you off the case. They want another consultant.
Well, of course they do. No, they want a consultant who thinks flying Holly to America isn't downright cruel. I mean, was Michael as convinced as Ruth?
No, I think he has doubts.
OK, last chance. Let me get Michael on his own. See if I can persuade him that I am right. And then maybe together we can persuade Ruth. Thank you.
Suction. I can't see anything.
Right. He's been bleeding into his mediastinum. How is he still standing?
Well, the bleed probably only started today, caused by the gradual friction against the fractures. Still, if we'd wait any longer... OK, are you ready to fit the plate?
I'd like to have seen her again.
Who?
It's Petrenko. Frida.
It's probably for the best that she's not here. She didn't think very much of you. She and Oliver were close.
Yeah, I heard.
So I'm not saying you should suddenly go and take the girls co-steering, but on the other hand, a pair of my pants left on the bathroom floor isn't exactly going to give them recurring nightmares, is it?
It's not about the pants, it's about the message they convey.
Wait, the pants have a message?
Yes, that when a man enters your life, or your mother's life, it's okay for him to just leave his stuff all over the floor and either expect you to pick it up or just doesn't care enough to do it himself.
So it's about teaching them the difference between...
A man who respects you and a man who doesn't.
But wait, you're annoyed that I was getting too comfortable in your house?
No, I love that when you stay over you get comfortable, but their perception of how you treat me is important.
And leaving my pants on the floor for you to pick up doesn't set a good example.
Kind of. The girls will always come first. I'm sorry.
I'm not. Because that's what makes you who you are.
Did you really go co-steering on a stag do?
Oh, it was a nightmare. freezing wet. I hated every single minute of it.
You're such a wuss.
You've picked up some serious technique in your time in the States.
When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Don't push it.
Sorry. All done.
Good. Right, let's close up.
Do you blame yourself for Frida not coming back?
No, I don't blame myself. I did everything I could to help her. I ordered her to take time off. She refused. I told her to get counselling. She refused. I told her to forget work. She refused. What else was I supposed to do?
I don't know.
I even gave her my dog. I did what I could. The rest is up to her. What are you waiting for? Let's close. Can you feel that?
Yes, it might just...
Feel. Ventricular heave.
Might just be hypertension.
Or you were right and he has a leaky aorta, which we just covered with a titanium plate. Idiot! Okay. There's only one way to find out. Let's close him up. Run a TOE and send the results to my computer.
Do you want me to tell him?
No, this one's on me. Is he awake?
Mm-hmm.
Michael? How are you holding up?
Yeah, I'm sorry about the...
No, it's fine. Don't mention it. If you think you need to explore what the Institute has to offer, I understand.
They say they can help.
Yeah, but they're saying that from a very long way away. No hard evidence in front of them. Or any prior relationship with Holly.
They're offering us a lifeline.
And I don't think that's an offer they're qualified to make.
It's a lifeline for Ruth.
And you?
When Holly was born, I abandoned her, so what right do I have to say anything other than to agree with Ruth?
Yeah, of course. She's a strong woman.
I feel so guilty about that. So I have to give my support to Ruth, unquestioning support.
Can I ask you a question? When you hold Holly's hand, when you touch her skin, do you feel in your heart that she's still there? The Holly that you know, do you think she's still with us? I mean, do you believe, and I know that you want to believe, what Ruth thinks, what the Institute, but skin to skin? Your daughter? How do you feel? Tell me, Michael, is she still in there?
She's gone.
And that's what I know. Okay, and I really wish that I didn't. But I know it.
You two look like you've done 10 rounds with Tyson. Cheer up, it might never happen.
Jim, we've some good news and some bad news. The good news is your sternum has been fixed. We attached the titanium plate and stopped some minor bleeding. It's very lucky you came in today.
Oh, Buck's my middle name. What's the bad news?
After your surgery, we felt what's known as a ventricular heave. It's an indication of heart disease. In your case, a leaking aortic valve.
Leaking?
Yes.
Well, that's good then, isn't it? Because you found it, you can fix it.
We will definitely try. It's just been complicated by the fact that we inserted a titanium plate, so we can't go back in quite so easily.
Okay.
We're going to have to keep you in. Because this procedure is classed as elective, it could be some time.
Yeah, well, elective means non-urgent, right? So, I mean, it can't be all that bad.
No, it's not fatal, but your quality of life will be severely diminished.
My training.
Over.
Until you fix it.
That's right. I'm sorry. Why are you smiling?
Because you're the best. Well, that's what Petrenko told me anyway.
She said that.
She did.
What else did she say?
That you're rude, cold, insensitive, selfish, needy.
Ah.
And that you're really bad at looking after dogs.
I'm not really a pet person.
She trusts you, so I do too.
I want to be absolutely clear. Our daughter, Holly, is 16. She's only 16. She's barely starting out on her life. But the Holby City medical team are suggesting that we need to agree to end her life.
So, now she's gone public.
Frida, it's Jack. This is the final time I'll call. Final message. I'm so sorry about Roman. Just do whatever it takes to look after yourself. I trust you too.
I was glad you called. I'm thinking about Mr. Mullins. I was involved in some research at Yale, which might be applicable.
That can wait. This can't. I've been on to HR.
What's this?
Contract. Senior registrar.
What changed your mind?
Trust. It's an underrated attribute. I trust you.
Good news?
Yeah. I heard from Yale.
You did?
Due diligence.
What did they say?
That you're one of the best students they've ever had.
It's nice of them.
Especially as you told me things didn't work out. Which also tells me that you're running from something or someone. But that's your business. We should celebrate. I might even buy you a drink. Anything else?
No. Oh, I am 5 months pregnant.
See how the ambulance service works down under.